It's a war out there. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. I'm Kimmie. This is my attic, and welcome to another episode of the War of the Drugstore Roses. And today's rose is Physicians Formula. So what's kind of funny about this is that when I started doing this series, which this is really only the second, well, I did Milani part 1 and 2, which I'll post down below, but this is my second rose. And I really wanted to do Physicians Formula during the summer because Physicians Formula to me always kind of had like a tropical vibe to it. And as you can see behind me, Christmas decorations. Let me take you for a little tour. Okay, so yeah, so it's December. So this is about the pace of how I move. So today we're doing Physicians Formula. Physicians Formula is probably right behind Milani in drugstore brands that I know something about. I know a little bit about it. I used to use it, but I haven't used it in a really long time. When I first got back into makeup, I was using Physicians Formula a little bit, but like I said, it's been a while since I used it. Most of these products that I'm going to try today, they are not new, but they are new to me. I have never used them. So, and after Physicians Formula, guys, things are going to get, like we are really going into the unknown. I think the next brand I'm going to do is Revlon. Revlon, man, I think I've used like one lip product at one time in my life. So it's good. I know nothing about the brand, but we're also going to do it's not only a War of the Roses, a War of the Drugstore Roses. It is also a trying and talking, and we are talking giving up in quotes. So if you guys watch my channel, you know that I am a Samantha March fan. And about a month ago, she did a video called Giving Up YouTube. I think it was called Giving Up YouTube or Giving Up, something like that. And it was a video where she did the review of the box, Not a Box of Chocolates by ColourPop. And like I said, it was called Giving Up YouTube. I think it was called Giving Up YouTube. And I was very like, every once in a while, I mean, I watch a lot of YouTube, and you guys probably watch a lot of YouTube, and a lot of the videos are kind of whatever. But every once in a while, a video just like kind of talks to you. Just kind of grabs you and talks to you. And I was really moved by this video, and it kind of inspired me to do one of my own because of all the points that she made. So it's not exactly a reaction video, although I am going to talk about some of the points that she made, but it's more or less how it relates to me, and I think how it relates to a lot of people, especially those of us who do have YouTube channels or who do YouTube, whatever. And not even if you have a YouTube channel, it just relates to a lot of different things in life that sometimes you get fed up with or frustrated with or whatever the case may be. So I just thought it would be a good topic of conversation. I really love to do these videos, and we're going to try Physicians Formula while we do it. So I am in my Unbothered t-shirt to support Samantha. Let's get started. Alright guys, so let me just say real quick, I did throw a picture up here in case you're like, whoa, that picture was not there a second ago. I don't know if anybody notices stuff like that. I took pictures down the other day, and yes, I took the paint off the wall. So I just noticed that it was like up there and it was bugging me, so I threw a picture. I threw a picture over it. Okay guys, so I'm going to start with base products. So I have actually 2 primers. And again, these products are not new, but they're new to me. It's been a really long time since I tried Physicians Formula. So this is the Better Believe It primer. I'm not going to use this one today, but I will use it by the time I do my comparison to Milani, although I'm more anxious to know how this compares to the e.l.f. one, because e.l.f. makes one I think that's quite similar. What I am going to use today is the Spotlight Illuminating Primer. So we're going to use that, and I'm going to use the Better Believe It Foundation and Concealer. Whenever anything is a foundation and a concealer, I tend to get nervous. I don't know why. Also guys, if you never watched my channel, I have extremely dry skin, so that factors into every product that I chose. So I will tell you that as far as Physicians Formula foundations, when I first got back into makeup a few years ago, I was using Physicians Formula, and I used to use their BB cream all the time, and I thought it was phenomenal. And I was actually going to get it for this video because the point of this series is for me to try to find the best products from every drugstore brand. However, I had a hard time finding it. The products that I did find in the drugstore, to me, I could tell they were kind of old, and like even online, there's like one shade now. So I don't know if they are phasing it out, so I didn't want to use it. But in its day, that BB cream was amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and try the Butter Believe It foundation and concealer for all skin types, guys. I hate when something is for all skin types because I just don't see how something can be for oily skin, for dry skin, for combination skin. I just, whatever. So, and it usually doesn't work for me. But I have tried Physicians Formula foundations in the past. This is probably one of the ones I haven't tried, and none of them have worked for me. I just don't think Physicians Formula foundations do well on dry skin in general, and that's why I'm not trying more of them. When we get to Revlon, I'm going to be trying a lot more foundation. So it's not just going to be one video. I'm going to be doing, you know, a few Revlon videos because, like I said, I'll be trying a lot of stuff. All right, so that's for the base. So let's go ahead and get started with that. So Illuminating, and they also make one that's not illuminating. And let me tell you, one thing I have learned about the drugstore, man, it's not as cheap as it used to be. The products, I mean, I guess nothing's as cheap as it used to be. Does this pump work? Here it goes. But I mean, yeah, I don't know, like, drugstore prices are expensive. They're expensive now. Maybe, I guess not compared to some makeup, but not as cheap as it used to be. That is for sure. So one thing I really, this has a smell that I'm not crazy about. A lot of Physicians Formula products, I do feel like they have, a lot of them smell good. They have like that coconutty smell, and then some of them have this kind of smell. I'm not crazy about this smell. Anyway, so Samantha March, one reason I really like Samantha is that she does a lot of videos that are not straight. I don't know if you can hear Maggie May. Okay, so whenever there's any, like, anybody strange, like a car, a person walking past, she goes crazy. She is a watchdog. She's a 15-pound watchdog. Okay, so anyway, one thing like Samantha always talks, one thing that I really like about Samantha March is that she doesn't just do straight makeup videos, although most of her videos are makeup or beauty inspired. She also does a lot of like chatty get ready with me's, and a lot of just talks to her subscribers or who's ever watching her video, and she really opens up about things, and I really appreciate that. I really do, because I think a lot of times people, like, you know, like you and me or whoever watching, or I can only speak for myself, so let me speak for myself. Because I think a lot of times, like for me, for example, I look at a lot of these influencers and I'm like, wow, they're, you know, they have everything going for them, and what problems could they have? And then when you know, and we think about that with like a lot of people that seem to have everything going for them, but then when they open up and you're like, wow, like Samantha March has that, I have that, like, you know what I mean? It's kind of helpful. It's like, I think whenever we open up about something, even if it's not the most comfortable thing, it does help us. It helps us to talk about it, and it helps other people. It helps other people. I remember when I did my eyeshadow palette declutter last year, and I talked about the fact that I went through depression and I deal with mental illness, and that was one of the reasons my makeup collection had grown so much. I did get like comments on like my makeup collection and the declutter, but I also got a lot of comments about people who were like, I went through the same thing, and you know, thanks for sharing. So I think when people, and especially when people like Samantha March, who are real like influencers, open up about all these different things, like she opened up about her divorce, she's opened up about lots of things. It's just very helpful, and I think it does help a lot of people. So that's one of the reasons that I really love her. And another reason I really like her is that, like I said, she doesn't just do makeup videos, and she talks about this in the video. She talks about this. She talks about how she doesn't want to just do makeup videos. And I think I'm going to go into the reason that I think there are some people that just do makeup videos or stay on like a very straight path. They really don't go outside the box. But one of the videos that she did recently that I really enjoyed, I don't know how popular it was, but it hit home for me. She did a video about finances, how much she spends, how expensive it is to live in Vegas. And for me, since I am really really trying to save money right now. It's 2 pumps. I don't know if I got the shade Light Fair, and I don't know if I should have just gotten Fair. I don't know if this is going to be too dark, but we'll see. Oh no, I don't think this is going to be too dark. All right. Also has that same smell as the primer, kind of. Let's see. So, yeah. I really, really enjoyed it. It was like a series. She did it, I think she did it for like a week, and she did like how much she spends on everything. And I found it really interesting. So I like when people do videos, like different things. They talk about different things. You don't always have to talk about, you know, makeup or beauty or whatever the case may be. So in the video, she was talking about how the end of the video, like the last 20 minutes, is when she's going into talking about how she might be giving up YouTube. And the reason that she's giving up YouTube, she's not sure she's giving up YouTube. She's going to think about it. And I think in January, she's going to kind of have an answer whether or not she's going to give it up or give it up to a point. And the reason that she wants to give it up is because she feels as if she's plateaued. And there's a few reasons. There's some kind of glitches with YouTube that she's been dealing with. And actually, I think that was her biggest reason. And she feels like she's losing subscribers, and she could be making more money doing something else. And yeah, just, it was a lot. And she just looked so incredibly sad in this video. Like, it was really hard. It was kind of hard to watch. It really was, because it was just like, I felt really bad. Like, I almost wanted to like reach out and give her like a hug and be like, you know, don't give up. So personally, I don't think she will. I think she will stay on YouTube. I also disagree. I don't think she has plateaued. I think it might take a while, but I think she will definitely surpass where she is. Because I think whenever you kind of change, that's one other thing she was talking about. Like, when you change the algorithm of your channel, like when she mostly talks about beauty. So when she talks about something else, you know, it kind of throws off the algorithm. That's how YouTube works. So a lot of people won't do that. But I think when you do that, it may take a while, but I think it actually makes you more popular. It makes your channel bigger. I think that's my opinion. I think that a lot of the people who have like really, really made it on YouTube, well, now that I'm thinking about that, that might not be true. But some people who have really made it about YouTube, you know, they do different things. So the point is, I disagree. I don't think she's gone as high as she's going to go on YouTube. But anyway, this video, it really inspired me to think about my own situation. And that's kind of what I really want to get into. But I have to say, all right, I definitely am happy I didn't get the pale shade. I'm really happy about that. I'm so sorry if you can hear Maggie barking. She's having... Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, so there was somebody downstairs visiting my neighbor. They just left, so it should be alright now. Maggie wanted to let me know that there was a white van in front of the house, and I should know about it. And you hear that, girl? Oh my goodness. She's like a little wolf down there. You heard that, right? She's howling. Alright, so anyway, I think this foundation... I'm kind of bummed that I spent this foundation. I don't know if I said it in the beginning of the video. It was $16.99, which is a little steep for me for a drugstore foundation. And yeah, it is definitely... It's not bad. I would say it's not bad for a... It looks good on my cheeks. But yeah, my forehead. My forehead is always my problem area. And if I don't have a really illuminating, dewy foundation, this is what tends to happen. And this is not a foundation that I would wear, I don't think. Yeah, I'm just not crazy about Physicians Formula foundations. Although it's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's not terrible, but it's just not, definitely not the best. I would say it's in the middle, and it's definitely sinking into my fine lines. It is definitely sinking into my fine lines. It's supposed to be a concealer too, so I'm going to throw a little bit under the eyes. And we'll see. I might be asking for trouble here, but we'll see what happens. So, yeah, like, as I was saying, it kind of, like, I was trying to relate it really, this video really got me thinking. So when I started YouTube, I originally started YouTube, talking about my nickel allergy. And then I started talking about other makeup, whatever. And, you know, I never really expected to, like, set the internet on fire or anything like that. Okay, I didn't. I really didn't. And, I have to say, I had kind of, like, an experience the other day, like, whatever you would call it, like, an eye-opener. I was watching Jen Felt. She's another YouTuber that I follow. I watch her quite often, and she was, I think she reached 100,000 subscribers. I think she reached 100,000 subscribers, which is phenomenal, and she's very good. And she was talking about how she's been on here 4 years. She's been on YouTube 4 years, and I was like, 4 years? Like, for some reason, I thought she was on much longer. And I'm thinking to myself, I've been doing this a year and a half. And I really, really don't ever see myself. I mean, I guess never say never. But I don't really, you know, I don't believe that I would ever get to that many, like, get that big. And I have been doing this for, in the summer, it'll be 2 years. I'm not like a year and a half. So, I mean, nobody is more humbled or happy to have the subscribers that I do have and that I have been able to grow this channel. But it does become, like, a little bit, wow, like, you kind of, like, like, you just kind of, like, that's a lot. That's a lot. So there was that. And then also, like, Samantha March, she was also talking about how much work YouTube is, and then, like, you really don't get back from it, or, you know, your videos don't do very well. So it's a lot. It's harder than it looks, to be honest with you. Somebody was just asking me about starting a YouTube channel, and I think I am going to do a video somewhere down the line where I will talk about starting a YouTube channel, like what goes into it. But it's a lot. You know, you kind of got to plan your videos, you got to plan what you're going to say, and then the editing and everything else that goes into it. And then in the end, if it's not popular and people don't really watch it, it's, you know, you feel like it was a waste, whatever. So it's a lot. It is. And lately I have been, well, I'll get to that. I'll get to that in a minute. But all right, let's go ahead and try the eyeshadow palette. So I can definitely tell you that this as a concealer would be a big, big no. It would just be a no. Even as a foundation, I'm not crazy about it, but it's okay. It's not the worst. It's not the best. I don't think I like Physicians Formula foundations, period. I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows real quick, and I picked up the Butter Palm Feathered Micro Brow Pen. So I'm just going to, like, this is very, very similar to the Milani Weekends. Very, very similar. Okay, so I was having this conversation also with my friends who I work with and who also has a YouTube channel. And we were, ooh, this is actually kind of nice. We were talking about monetization. So making money off YouTube. And how much money people really make from YouTube. And this is another thing that came up. So, you know, I can't even imagine how stressful it is to rely on YouTube for money. Like, here's the thing. There's a percentage of people on YouTube, it's a small percentage, who have really, really become very wealthy off YouTube. And I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about people who make a living off YouTube, but, you know, didn't make millions off YouTube. And I think it is very stressful because it's not guaranteed money. When you are making your living off YouTube, it's not guaranteed. So, I mean, nothing is guaranteed, but you know, YouTube versus what they would call like a 9-to-5 job, you know, you never know how your videos are going to do or anything else. And the amount of money that you make off YouTube is very different from what you may think. So I kind of got into this thinking that there was, you know, you get 1,000 subscribers and then you get monetized and whatever. And here's the thing. I have a friend who also does YouTube, and we were kind of figuring out the monetization of it. And we were kind of figuring out that most people who do YouTube that get monetized probably make like 10 to 20 bucks a month. Probably. Around there. And then, of course, you have people who make a lot more, and you have a very, very small percentage who became very, very wealthy. But before we go more into monetization, let's go ahead and get into the eyeshadow palette. So the eyeshadow palette that I chose to try is by Physicians Formula. Of course, it's by Physicians Formula. It's the Butter Believe It eyeshadow palette. It's really, really cute, and I actually saw a declutter the other day with Leora, and she kept this. This like made it through her declutter. She was really, really impressed by this. It's really, really cute little neutral palette. I think it was like $12.99, which is super reasonable. You have some larger pan size. Some of the pan sizes are not all the same. You do have some smaller ones. So just going to give like, ooh, oh, and they feel really nice. They didn't swatch the greatest, but they feel nice. They didn't swatch bad. I've swatched higher end palettes than this that didn't swatch this good. I don't like when they do like the pan sizes like that, but oh, they're kind of nice shimmers. They're kind of nice. Okay. And then here's a matte. And the matte's kind of matte, but whatever. Let's go ahead and try it. So I'm just going to do like a basic neutral look, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to go in with these two matte shades. I'll do this as the base and like this in the crease, and then I'll go over with these shimmers. There's a few of them. I don't know. Let's see what happens. So yeah, monetization. So all right, there's not, oh yeah, okay. I was going to say there's not that much pigment, but it's all right. It's not bad. All right, so I will tell you guys a story, okay, about this. All right, so I used to watch these two YouTubers, these two ladies, these two women, and they're not like, they have like identical channels. Seriously, like they do the same stuff. They do the same topics. They probably have like 8 or 9 topics, and then they just start over. And they talk about the same stuff every single week. Every single week, without deviation, they talk about the same topics over and over and over. And they probably release 3 to 4 videos a week, maybe more. I don't know. But I did give up watching them because I don't know, man. I got bored. It's like I just couldn't watch anymore. Like I said, just like the same 5, 6, 7, 8 topics, I don't know, and then they would rewind and start again. So here's the thing. I get it now. Now I get it. Back then I was like, well, why are you always talking about the same thing? But now I kind of get it because they're quite popular. So let's say you have a certain amount of people. I'm not even going to necessarily say subscribers. But a certain amount of people that watch your videos. Let's say that. You have a certain amount of people that are kind of guaranteed to watch your videos, no matter what you're going to get about those numbers. And it's not easy to do this. I think it takes a long time to get that kind of following. As long as you're doing those videos and you're not really deviating, you kind of know you're going to get those views. So while you're not going to make $1 million doing this, you're going to be able to support yourself. And I think being able to support yourself on YouTube is really quite an accomplishment in itself. It really is. So while you're probably not going to move too far up, you're going to keep what you have. So what if you do the same topics? You're always going to get those same views. And the quality of your, and it's not that they don't have good quality videos, but the quality does become less important than the quantity, because as long as you keep popping out videos, 3, 4, 5 videos a week, you know you're going to get a certain amount of viewers on all those videos. You know that you're going to make your money. And now that I understand how that works a little better, I kind of understand why they always have the same videos over and over, because they kind of always know what they'll make. Whereas if they were to do a video and, you know, maybe it was a little different, they might kind of bounce them off the algorithm, and then they might not get those same views. So like I said, I think And I think that's kind of what Samantha March was saying. Like, she doesn't want to plateau. She wants to kind of branch out. Like, she's not really happy with just, like, being stagnated. But I don't really personally think there's anything wrong with being stagnated if you can get to that point on YouTube, because I certainly don't think it's easy to get there. I think it's quite difficult. But yeah, so I was kind of like thinking about this, like, would I ever get to that point where I could really make serious money off YouTube? And man, I don't know. I don't think it's at all easy. I think it's really, really hard. There's a lot of competition. There are so many YouTubers. And I think that it's just more or less even the type of money that you make. Like, I also watched this other YouTuber. She's a lawyer. And she was talking about how much money she made off her YouTube videos this year. And it was something like $130,000, which is phenomenal. Phenomenal, really, because that's all extra money to her. She's a lawyer, so this is just her extra money. Now, if $130,000 is what you're making, but it's not extra money, it's still very good, but it's not like, you know, out of this world. And her videos were like millions of views. So when I factor that she made $130,000 and she had videos that had millions of views, I can kind of put together what people who get maybe 20,000 viewers on their channels are making. And, you know, I don't get anywhere near that. And even in the next 5-6 years, if I stay on this channel, I don't know if I would get near that. And, you know, it's not it's not even the kind of money that I can make in my career. I make significantly, you know, I feel like I can make significantly more in my career than I could do in YouTube. And when I started YouTube, I didn't really understand that. So I guess that's kind of also the point I'm making. Like, it's very difficult, I think, to make money on YouTube. And that's also kind of what Samantha was saying. She was saying how she could probably make more with her brand. But she just loves doing YouTube. So I think this palette is beautiful. I think this palette is absolutely gorgeous. This shade right here is probably the weakest link. It really doesn't show up, but that might be, it may have to be like by itself. But the rest of the colors, like, this is my kind of palette, all right? I love a nice neutral palette, and this palette is like, I'm actually traveling tomorrow, and I might just throw this palette in because I think it's like, it's a really nice, cute little travel palette, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful neutral palette. It really is. I really like it. I mean, it's not going to be hard to beat Milani's, what's it called, eyeshadow formula, but this definitely takes it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to the face, and I have this Dream Team palette. And this is what it looks like. And this is kind of broken. This Marumu Butter blush is a little broken, but I bought it like that, but whatever, it's not terrible. So the top is Marumu Butter and the bottom is Butter Believe It. I guess they're like two lines from the brands. See vacay mode, I'm telling you, there's always tropical vibes with Physicians Formula. So this is actually face powder, which I don't use. So what I'm going to do, oh, and this is the bronzer I absolutely love. This is the bronzer, that classic Physicians Formula bronzer, only it's in a palette. I do have the actual individual bronzer. And this matte bronzer, this looks like it might be a little dark for me, so I'm going to go ahead with this one. I'm going to use the Butter Believe It blush and the Marumu Butter highlighter, although it looks like it might be a little dark for me. We'll see how it works. Okay, so I'll start with the bronzer. So the other thing that Samantha was saying was how this bronzer, I know I love it because I've used it many times before. How stressed out she was about Vlogmas. And then, like, she didn't know why she was stressed out about Vlogmas because she already posts almost every day, which is a lot. That's a lot. And to be honest with you, I don't know why people do Vlogmas or are so stressed. I've heard this so many times, how people are so stressed out about Vlogmas, but so why do it? Like, that's the thing. I was going to do it too. For a while, I was talking about how I was going to do Vlogmas. I actually had the notebook of everything written down of what I was going to do, talk about every day. And I've been watching some Vlogmas videos, and it's like, this foundation is already breaking up on my nose. Yeah, I do not like this foundation at all. It definitely was not worth $16. But yeah, so a lot of people, I've been watching the Vlogmas videos, and they're already talking about, well, I made it to day 1, I made it to day 2. And it's like, I don't know why you would put that stress on yourself. And I did it once. I did Vlogtober. Not this year, but last year. And I did upload every day for 31 days. And it was really difficult. And I don't think I would ever do it again. And I almost did it again. I was going to do Vlogmas this year. And I can't even tell you why I was going to do Vlogmas this year. I was going to do it because I felt pressure to do it. And why? I don't have a big channel, right? I don't. And I don't think the people that subscribe to me or that watch me care if I do Vlogmas or not. I really don't. I know the people that I watch and I subscribe to, I don't care if they do Vlogmas. And I actually read an article not that long ago. And it was saying, do people really get, YouTubers, do they really get subscribers? Or do their channels really grow from doing things like Vlogmas or Vlogtober? And the answer was no. They don't. And I can tell you, my channel did not improve at all from doing, oh, this blush is really powdery. From doing, Vlogtober. It's pretty. It is pretty. But I'm going to try the other one. I'm going to try the Marumu butter. It's kind of broken, but whatever. Oh, okay. So it's not a good shade for me, but let's blend it out. So I don't know why, I really don't know why people put that stress on themselves. I can only say you feel like, you feel compelled to do it. You do. You feel compelled. When you have a YouTube channel, you feel compelled to do things like Vlogmas, like Vlogtober, like, I don't know. It's not blending out on me. And there's really no need for it. To put that kind of pressure or that kind of stress on yourself. And alright, here's the thing. I would say the bronzers in here, at least this one is very, very good. The blushes in here are not that great. And I've actually tried the Marumu Butter Blush in the past, and I didn't think it was that great. But this, not only is this not great, it's a little cracked, which makes it, you know, not as dense, or a little bit more dense than it should be, and it's not my shade. So, and this is just a powdery kind of mess. But let's try it one more time. So I decided to opt out of Vlogmas because it's not worth it, and it takes a lot of time. It's a lot of stress, like I said, that you put on yourself because nobody really cares if anybody, I don't think anybody cares if anybody does Vlogmas. I really don't. Who's gonna watch all these videos anyway? Let's say you follow 10 YouTubers. Are you really gonna watch every single video that they do every single day? No, it's gonna be impossible. So I think that, I don't know. We just put this pressure on ourselves, and it's not worth it. For what? For what? And Samantha was saying how she was talking to people who release like 1 video a week or 2 videos a week, and she was like, well, how do you do that? Because, and I kind of understand what she's saying. Like, I always have all these ideas for videos, and I want to do them, but then I'm just like, I think, well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. This highlighter is really pretty, and it's okay. It's an okay shade for me. And it's actually quite beautiful. Here's the thing. When I got into YouTube, right, I had a love for makeup. I'm sorry if this video is all over the place. I'm just kind of talking as I go. And the reason that I got into doing this was because I had a genuine love for makeup. If you know my story, I fell into a depression 4 or 5 years ago. It was 2018. So about 4 years ago. And makeup was one of the things that really, really helped me to get out of it. And I had a love for makeup. I really, really had a profound love for makeup. I'm not a makeup artist. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and try this mascara while I'm talking to you. And this is the Diamond Mascara. So let's go ahead and see how it looks. And like I said, when I would go to, like, in the morning, like before I'd go to work, ooh, this is kind of a, oh no. It seems like a very hard wand. I don't know. Like that 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I would sit down like at my makeup table and like pull out what I was going to wear and like just like put my makeup on. That was like my favorite time of the day. Like I used to really get excited about like picking out a palette. What palette am I going to use? Whatever. What colors am I going to use from this palette? And I just had like a joy. Like I loved makeup. Trying to decide if I love this mascara. Actually, it's a little clumpy, but I kind of like it. I've talked about this before where I kind of like mascaras that are a little clumpy because they do give you kind of like that lash volume look. Some people don't go for that at all. They don't want any clumpy mascara. I think some clumps is okay. When I started doing YouTube, I started to lose my love for makeup, because I was feeling like stressed to do videos on certain things that I thought would get views. Sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't. And sometimes I would be buying things that I normally wouldn't buy just so that I could review them because I thought they would be popular videos. And it has gotten to the point, or at least it got to the point, where I kind of stopped wearing makeup. I was literally doing my makeup for YouTube videos only. And it was like, it just became like a pain to do it. Instead of like my favorite time of the day, it became like a pain to have to sit down and do my makeup for a YouTube video. And I seriously just lost my love for it because it became like not a hobby that I enjoy doing, but like a job, even though that I don't get paid for. So what I did was I kind of stopped. Whoa, this mascara is seriously clumpy. Seriously clumpy. I don't know. It might be a little too clumpy even for me. But so what I did was I have started going back to doing videos more or less that I want to do, and not necessarily things that I think are going to get views, because I think it's kind of ridiculous for me to do that, like to just do, I mean, when I started the channel, that's what I was doing. I was doing videos that I just wanted to do. And then somehow I moved into doing videos that I thought would get views, or buying products that I thought would get views, and it just made me very unhappy. But now I'm kind of getting back to just doing the kind of videos that I want to do, talking about the stuff that I want to do. And like that was also the kind of the point like Samantha March made. Like she just wants to do videos that she wants to do, not necessarily videos that are just that, you know, she's supposed to be doing. So since I've been doing that, not only have I been feeling better, but I've been doing better with my YouTube channel. I feel like it's like coming through, and I am getting my love for makeup back. So I think that is definitely going to influence me next year in like the videos that I do. So that's kind of like a story with a happy ending, right? Like I feel like I did lose it for a little while. Doing YouTube made me really, really happy when I started doing it. And then I kind of lost it. And then it just kind of started feeling like a drag, like something I had to do. But now I feel like I'm kind of past that, and I'm kind of, like I said, I'm just doing what I like, videos that I want, buying products that I would buy anyway, and then just reviewing them on camera. And that's kind of what I was doing. I'm going to go back to doing some nickel allergy videos, stuff like that. And I am so, like I said, I am so humbled that I was able to grow this channel to this point. And if I grow it more, that's amazing. And if I keep, you know, this amount of subscribers and this amount of people watching me, then that's amazing too. You know, either way, I'm happy with it. So this product is a little interesting. This is called Diamond Dust, and this is not a highlighter. I think this is just something you're supposed to like put all over you. Yeah, this is like a powder, and it feels like a dry powder, and I don't know why the hell I bought this, but let's see what happens here. I have to say, I'll talk more about these products, I think, when I do Milani versus Physicians Formula, but to be honest with you, I am not as happy as I thought I would be with Physicians Formula. I somehow, ooh, the highlighter is beautiful, but I somehow remember it being better, and this product, I don't even see. Am I glowing? Am I using the wrong brush? Try another one. I don't know, guys. Okay, let's see. This is supposed to be, I think Fenty makes something like this, and I think it's also called Diamond something, and it's like a powder, and it's just supposed to like give you a glow. Although I've never used that one. This one doesn't work. This looks beautiful. I could not wait to try this, and I don't even see it. I'm gonna keep using it, like when I actually do my Milani versus Physicians Formula video, probably the week of New Year's. I'll have an update. But to be honest with you, right now, yeah, I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Alrighty. So lip products, I have 3. I have, this one's kind of, oh my god, I'm like, it did go all over me, but I don't really see it where I should see it. Okay, so I have, this is, I think, kind of classic. This is the Physicians Formula Rose Kiss All Day, and I'm gonna like line my lips with this. This is not a lip liner, this is a lipstick. I don't think Physicians Formula makes lip liner. That actually feels really nice. I like when lip products are kind of shaped like this. So I'm gonna also try the Breakfast Club, the Princess. There were 3 shades that this came in. This is the world is an imperfect place. Wasn't this a weird collab, the Breakfast Club? Seriously, like Physicians Formula and the Breakfast Club. Like, why did they do this? Am I the only one who thought it was like bizarre? So, I don't know. The only thing I can think of, it came out, I think the collab happened in September, and like the Breakfast Club is about kids in detention, so that's all I could think of. And I don't know, the whole collection really didn't appeal to me, except this. This is the Princess Physician Formula lipstick, and if you saw the movie, you know there was like this whole thing with Molly Ringwald and her lipstick. But, so that's what inspired this. But what I really got is, because it was supposed to be like neutral shades, I do not at all like this formula. The color is okay. Color's not bad. Formula I don't like. Alright, the last thing I'm going to try is the Lip Plumper. This is Diamond Plumper. I guess Diamond was a launch that they had, like a line that they had. That's kind of nice. Okay, this is kind of nice. Alright guys, let me wrap things up. I don't know if I mentioned this. This is called the Essence of Healthy, and it's a setting spray, and it's also supposed to be a toner. I haven't really tried it as a toner. I did use it as a setting spray. I think I like the Milani one better. So yeah, I don't like the primer was okay. I don't like the foundation. I like the highlighter. I don't like the blush. I like the bronzer. I love the eyeshadow. I actually really liked the brow pencil Mascara is a little too clumpy for me. This lipstick I hated. The other one I liked. The rose one and the plumper I actually really, really liked. But I will give a more in-depth review of these products when I do Milani versus Physicians Formula, about how I actually felt about them. And as far as giving up, guys, I don't think we give up, right? We just move on, or we know our limits. We give ourselves a break, right? Sometimes giving up is the right decision. Sometimes it's a hard decision, but sometimes it's the right one. But like I said, we don't really give up. We just move on. And as far as Samantha March is concerned, I don't know, I totally doubt she will watch this video. But on the very, very, very out chance that she does, what I would say is, like I said, it's not giving up, it's a moving on. And your supporters will support you no matter what you do, because we are your supporters. But I definitely don't think that you have plateaued on YouTube, and I think you're amazing. I'm such a fan. And guys, let me know what you think. Have you ever felt it was time to give up, or to move on, or to do something different? I don't know. If you liked the video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel, because we talk about it all in the attic, and if there's ever anything you want me to talk about, you can leave it down in the comments, or you can follow me over on Instagram at Kimmie Teresa. If I can talk about it, I absolutely will. Also, guys, let me know how you feel about Physicians Formula. I am feeling a little burnt right now. I think Physicians Formula is a little overpriced. I'm going to be very, very honest. But like I said, when I do Milani versus Physicians Formula, I will talk a little bit more about it. I'm going to try these products a little bit more, because it's been a long time since I tried Physicians Formula, and then I'll have a better update to give you guys. So thank you so much for watching. I am not doing Vlogmas, as I said, but I will see you real soon with another video. And until then, guys, please take good care of yourselves so you can take care of someone else. And I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.